Hey, Black Dragon. How are you? Hey, Neil. Hey, Maggie. Doing good, doing good. Thanks for coming in, guys. It's late, midnight, but I know there's a lot of night owls, so I'm a night owl. Oh yeah, it's only 6. Maggie, if you can get my email, it's on my channel page, the about page. Send me your address and I'll get those sand dollars to you. I researched that, and the customs might open the package, and if they do anything to them, they'll pretty much kind of like fumigate them, make sure there's no sand in there, and no bugs, like bugs or things, little microorganisms is what they're going to be looking for. So they'll probably spray it with something to kill anything that's living. Eugene Braxton. Yeah, Maggie, so if you can get my email, send me your address and I'll send you some sand dollars. Thanks for coming in, Eugene Braxton. If you can't find it, just let me know. Let me know, and I'll tell you here over the chat. Yeah, and then you could finally hold one in your hands. That'd be awesome. So I got some wood today. The neighbor across the street was kind enough to share some of his wood with us. So I walked over across the street with a wheelbarrow and loaded up, and we got fire. It's a neat night tonight. I don't know if you could see the blue sky, but it doesn't show on the camera. But it's a really pretty navy blue with the glow from the city lights. I'm in Arizona. Okay, Eugene. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to wait till after the SOR show, just get that. That was a good show. It's cool at night. It's let me see. It's warm during the day, yes. It's about 70 degrees right now. I think earlier it may have been maybe in the 80s, maybe mid 80s. That's what it felt like. I was digging a small hole for we're placing stepping stones, and I've been doing little at a time. And I dug a stone hole today, and I was sweating, so perspiring, and so it was warm enough to perspire. Okay, Maggie, if you get a pen and tell me when you're ready, and I'll let you know my email. No worries. There's a weird little thing in there. You have to like prove you're not a robot and push a button and you know what, Neil? This in December we're gonna go to Tombstone. We're gonna stay the night over there. I'm excited to see it. I've never seen it before, only on in movies, and it's people say it's just a building, but I think there's a cemetery there, and I'd like to look at all that, see if I get some vibes from there. Hey, Area 51. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, they can be complicated sometimes. Just let me know when you're ready, Maggie. The chat section on my phone is limited to 4 people chatting at a time, so it's very small. I could go get my tablet and set it aside and read the chat in full length. Okay, so Maggie, it's Silver Leaf, all one word, SILV as in Victor, ERLEAF as in Frank, 77 at gmail.com. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? My cat. You're welcome. Just send me your address. You'll probably get the send dollars through FedEx. We'll see how we'll send them. I'm pretty sure we'll use FedEx. You have FedEx over there, don't you, Maggie? Okay. Nice to see you too, Area 51. Thank you, Eugene. You're nice too. You're not bad yourself. Very nice. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure we'll send it FedEx. Oh no, sorry to hear about that, Area 51. Been not taking your vitamin C's? Oh, tonight wore me out. Oh, I'm usually in better happier mood, but boy, that person just took my energy, and I let her, or it, or he, or she, or whatever it was. Welcome home, Maggie. Well, that's just gonna lower your immunities, Area 51. Put Pop a vitamin C with the vodka. Throw it in your drink. Oh, nothing, Neil. It's nothing. Peas and carrots. Today's topic. Um, today's topic. Well, I could tell you a couple of shadow being stories that I had. Some not stories, but experiences. One was fairly recent. My husband and I were out in Mexico. We used to go for Thanksgiving every year, but we decided after like doing it for 7 years, we wanted a change of pace. So, anyways, we were out in Mexico and we were staying in this really nice place and a house that we rented between two families, and we shared this house. And it usually these houses come equipped with 2 and 3 bedrooms, and usually one of the bedrooms are equipped with like 2, 3 bunk beds for a family, and there's a master bedroom and usually another bedroom, and there's a huge garage and beautiful furniture and a full kitchen, a really nice balcony on top, and it's just really nice right there on the beach. And it's cheaper when we go in as a group because we split the price, and so we usually do that. But we went to bed one night, and I was sleeping, and my husband was sleeping, and all of a sudden I felt a presence in the room, and it felt like my husband was standing by the bed, right beside me. And so I didn't really pay attention, but then I started feeling a weird sensation of being touched, but not with the flesh, like more like being touched by energy, like the sensation of a hand touching me, but with like an energy hand is the best way I can describe it. And I thought, oh, what's my husband doing? He's getting frisky. I don't know what I thought he was sleeping. And when I opened my eyes, I saw a shadow standing there, and it looked like a full silhouette of a man, of a tall man. I could even see he had short hair. I didn't see skin or anything. I just saw a black shadow. And I turned my head and looked over next to me, and my husband was right there sleeping away. And I was like, oh, this is not good. And so I got up right away and went outside, turned the light on, and sat outside for a while. But the next day, I told my husband, and he's like, well, I didn't see anything. And it's like, oh, well. And I even went to the desk, the hotel's desk, and I said, hey, that house is haunted. You need to tell these people, or here's how you can cleanse the room. At least do something, because that's not cool. So that was one of my shadow people encounters recent. The one before that was in I for the summers I go up and stay on at 6,500, 7,000 feet up in these mountains, and I got a fifth wheel up there. And that's where I used to live before I moved to Phoenix. That was my home. And my husband moved me here. But I made him promise me that if I left that mountain that I'd be able to come back and spend the summers there. So that was our deal. So eventually we got a fifth wheel and we parked it up there at a friend's house. And all hookups and everything, electric, the sewer and power, everything, water. And I was sleeping one night in my bed, and my husband usually stays in Phoenix while I'm up there, and he'll come up like every other weekend or twice a month or something. I usually stay up there for about 4 months. And I was sleeping in bed, and something similar with the darn shadow people. I was laying down on my back, and I started feeling like a presence in the room. And I opened my eyes, and sure enough, there was this shadow person, not standing, but it was hovering over me. Like, so its chest area was more towards my shins and my feet. So it was kind of away from me, but still above. And that thing was like trying to, I felt like a pulling from it. And so that was that was kind of an intense feeling. It was a pulling and almost like a sleep paralysis feeling, but it wasn't, it was like a partial sleep paralysis because I could move and I got up right away. That was the second time I had a shadow person experience within the past like 5 years. So far in this house, I haven't had any problems. I've only felt, hey Brown Dwarf, show me Sasquatch. Hey, thanks for coming in. In this house here, no shadow people, no, really nothing. But one day I was standing in my kind of dining room slash sitting room by the kitchen, and I felt very strong someone walk in through our garage. We have a garage door that you come in, you park your car, you come in through that door from the garage, and then there's our laundry room, and then you have to open another door to come into the kitchen area, dining room area. Well, I felt someone walk in through that door, and like the presence of someone. And that was startling because it was just like feeling someone walk in the room, like your significant other or a spouse, or a friend or anybody in the flesh. But this was someone totally invisible. I could not see anything, but I could feel their presence. So that wasn't quite a shadow person, but it was the presence of someone that came into the house. So I was a little startled, but I said, "You're not welcomed here. I don't know who you are, but you need to leave right now." And you could almost feel them just like standing there, and then like wait a little bit, and then I could feel them leave. It was so weird. I've never felt that before. That was, the fire. Sorry, guys. I got into my experience. Here. Sorry about that. Good to see you, Brown Dwarf. You guys not doing anything on a Friday night? Hanging out? Eyes on the back of your head? I know, huh? Sorry, Brown Dwarf. My bad. I wasn't even looking at the fire. I was looking in inside my head. We got let's see, Ruhala Rezai. Hello. Thanks for coming in. Show me Sasquatch. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, those were there was another time in that fifth wheel also. I was sleeping and my arm started melting through the bed. So like I could feel like my spirit arm is the best way I can describe it. My spirit arm kind of melted through the bed and was hanging through the bed. And I'm like, what is going? And I could feel my shoulders starting to go down, and then like part of my face, and it startled me, and I'm just like trying to pull it back up. So felt like I was melting through and I wasn't drunk, or I wasn't on anything, or I was just sleeping, trying to sleep in that just in that sleep kind of wake stage. Yeah, that was really weird. What, puppy? Has anybody ever felt that before? Yeah, out of body. It hasn't happened in quite a while. The last time it was happening quite often was in Idaho when I lived there, and I had a little apartment. And I used to work at a golf course for a summer job, and I came home really tired one day. And hey, girl, thanks for coming in. Woo! And I came home just exhausted. I think it was around 4 p.m. or so, and I was too tired to even eat dinner. I just flopped down on the couch, and this is what I think was triggering them, because listen to this. I used to have a desktop PC, right, and it was old. It was I don't know, like an Epson or something desktop with the big old box that the monitor sits on top of. One of those. And the screensaver I set, I had like a special screensaver set on it when, like after an hour, the screensaver would come on, and what it was it was like a landscape of water and trees in the background, and it was some teepees, and you would see like an Indian in a canoe floating by, and the water moved, and it played the sound of drumming, and the drum beat was like the heart, so like a heartbeat, and that's how the drum would beat, like boom 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 boom. So that would play after an hour. So I laid down, and I passed out on the couch, and it was about 4 p.m. And at that time I was really scared of the dark, because I grew up in a house where the closet would open all the time, and my blankets would be pulled off of me slowly, and so I didn't sleep very well as a child. So the fear, I brought it into my adulthood, so the dark it made me uneasy. And when I fell asleep, I forgot to leave a light on, because it was daylight, so I was so tired, I just laid down and passed out. Well, it was probably around midnight. It was dark, it was pretty late. It was between 12 and 3 a.m. I woke up in a panic, because I knew right before I woke up that I forgot to put a light on. And I woke up in a panic and sat up, and then it was dark, and I thought, I don't like this. So I got up and I ran to the kitchen, and I was doing my hand like this through the light switch, trying to turn it on, turn the light on. And I looked at my hand, and my hand was going right through the light switch. And I'm like, what the heck? This light switch is broken. It didn't dawn on me that my hand was going through the light switch. I just thought that I was turning it on, but the light was broken, or the bulb was out, the kitchen light. And so I started panicking even more, thinking, okay, there's another light in the bathroom. There's another light in the bathroom, so I ran to the bathroom, and this apartment was really small. It's a little studio apartment, but it had a bedroom, one bath, a little kitchen. And so I ran to the bathroom and tried to turn that light on, and the same thing was happening. My hand was just going like right through the switch, and I turned around and it was like dark. You could barely see a little light coming through the windows from the outside street lights. And I was like, what is happening? And then from the bathroom, the switch, I actually realized that my hand was going through the light switch. Even in the dark, I could still see my hand, like my hand was see-through, but I could still see it, which it was really weird. So I think from panicking from that, I snapped right back into my body. I don't remember even waking up from that. It was that was like a blur. Is going from being out of the body back to the body. That time frame right there is I lost it. I don't know what happened. So that was my first one, and then after that happened. I decided to go to this place, kind of like a botanical store, where they sold crystals and magic books and grimoires and incense and dream catchers and little crystal balls and different stones and all those neat things. And the incense, you walk in and there's usually someone behind the counter that looks kind of like a gypsy, and it was a beautiful store, and in they were playing music. And so I walked in there and I told them what had happened to me, and they're like, oh, you need to be more grounded. Here, take this black quartz. And they said, hold it in your hands while you sleep. So I did that for a while, and I didn't know what I was doing. And then I found a book. I found a book about what was happening. I believe it was called Out of Body by William Buhlman. It was the first book I ever bought on the subject. And it actually had explained what was happening, and so there was exercises. So the next time I actually laid down on that couch, because it for some reason this didn't happen while I was in bed, only on that couch. And I think that screensaver had a lot to do with it, because it had that drum beat. And I think that drum beat induced the theta state, because after all, a bunch of research after that, and I think back on it, the theta state is the most important state to be in, to actually be able to leave the body. And that book actually was explaining that when you do your breathing exercises, once you relax your body enough, that the body, it disappears. Basically, you just don't feel your body anymore, because it's so relaxed with the breathing. And so I actually got to that stage and was able to come out of the body. And when I did, there were two people in my apartment. And one was a little girl, and she was a silhouette. She was not a silhouette, she was a shadow. And she seemed like she could have been around 5-6 years old. And there was a man in the apartment, and he was sitting down with his arm on his knee. and kind of just sitting there. But there was no chair, so I don't know what he was sitting on. He was just sitting. And the little girl, I couldn't see her face or her skin, but I knew that she was wearing a dress. I could see the silhouette of a dress, the shadow of a dress, and I couldn't see the color, but oddly I could feel that the color of her dress was blue, and that she had a candy in her hand, like a lollipop. And I was like, what? This is so confusing. But I could feel the color blue, that she was wearing blue. So I looked down at her and she spoke. She said, "I'm afraid." And I said, "Oh," I said, "don't be afraid." And I opened my arms and she stepped right into me. And I was like, whoa. And so after she stepped into me, I was like, okay, I guess I helped her, or I saved her, or I didn't know what was going on, but I felt that I helped her in some way. And when I looked over to the guy, I said, "And who are you?" And he said, "My name is John." And then I thought, okay, this guy, he's just sitting there. It doesn't feel right. And I need to put more wood. That burned fast. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get fired out with the wood control. Oh. Sorry about that. Come on. So that guy John kind of startled me because he didn't say anything after he told me his name. He didn't continue with a sentence or anything. He just said, "My name is John," and I'm like, okay. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say next. But I just felt kind of from him. I felt like a sadness, like a sadness. Like a depression, like a stuck feeling, and I started becoming afraid, and in that instant, boom, it snapped me right back to my body, and then after that, everything changed. Everything was different. Everything, I could feel everything. I could. This is going to sound really weird, but I felt a whale mother and her baby, far, far, far away, but it felt like she was right there next to me. And I knew she was far away, and I was thinking, how is this even possible? But I felt the presence of a huge whale mother that just lost her baby. And it made me cry. It made me cry for hours, because I just felt her sorrow, her sadness, and I was so confused. Like, why am I feeling this? How is this even possible? And I never understood what that meant. I need to find someone to maybe help me interpret that, but I could never put my finger on it of any kind of meaning or anything. So that hit me so hard, the feeling of her loss. It was almost like I'd lost my own, is how I felt. And all I could do was I just uncontrollably cried and cried and cried and cried, like I had just lost my own. It was so strange. And the time after that, with another separation, I was struggling. It was kind of like my body felt like a flag in the wind. If you see a flag blowing in the wind, that's how my body felt. And it was really hard. I was struggling to come out. And I could hear the electricity all around my head. I got the pressure right at the area where the crown chakra is at, where the third eye is at, more on top of the head. I felt like a tornado, like a motion of energy. And I was struggling. I was really trying to separate, and I was struggling and struggling. And at, at that time, my sister had told me that because I'm a Leo, that my angel that I should ask for help to would be Raphael. And so that's who I was calling to at the time and asking for him to help me get out. And I kept saying his name. I kept saying his name over and over, help me, and saying his name and help me. And then all of a sudden I hear a yes, like it was like a thunderous voice. It was deep and powerful, like it was all around me, just not in one or the other ear. It was all around me, his voice, or a voice. And right as soon as I heard that, my whole body went calm and relaxed, and I woke up like several hours later from a really deep, good sleep. So that was really interesting. Those were my astral travel experiences. Oh, you called out to Michael? Yeah, I don't know what the whale means. If I don't know what the I don't know. Oh, and then after that, after the one experience with the little girl stepping into me, I would go out in public, and I couldn't be around people for very long because I felt like I was absorbing their feeling. Like if someone to the right of me was happy, I could feel that energy. And if someone to the left of me was angry, I could feel that. And someone in front of me or behind me, whatever they were feeling, best way I could describe it is I was the sponge. And I was absorbing all of their feelings, not their energy, because nothing was happening while they weren't like, gasping or falling or anything. It wasn't like that. It was more like I could just feel what they were feeling at the moment. So I couldn't be around people, and good thing at that time I had some time off from work, and I was able to stay home. I stayed home for at least 3 weeks, and I wasn't able to be around people because it was overwhelming, and so I didn't do that for a while, and then it wouldn't stop. So I couldn't get it to stop, and I needed to get out of the house. So I figured out that drinking alcohol kind of makes it fade away. So that's what I did. I started drinking, and it worked, but I'd had to do it all the time until finally, when I stopped drinking, it didn't happen anymore. I could still feel it a little bit, but not as intense as it was. Has anybody ever felt like that? Anything like that? Or is that like an empath? Or because that ability or gift or whatever, that happened after that little girl walked into me. And then later on in my adulthood, actually not too long ago, I was told that was perhaps me, and myself, my younger self, and maybe I was putting to rest some fear that I had as a child. So that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I don't really know. I kind of felt comfortable with that. explanation, so it's just so confusing. Yeah, the alcohol really helped. It it drowned it out. Really, it is the best way to describe it. Oh wow, Neil. Yeah, the alcohol. I mean, what do you do with that when you're able to feel everybody? I didn't understand what that was even used for. Like, what's the purpose? Where's my poker? We put another piece on there. Yeah, that was my. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what it is. What are you talking about the lottery? Ooh. Did they tell you anything neat about yourself, Brown Dwarf? Oh, you too, Maggie? I'm scrolling up to see what I missed. Yeah, I have to be careful who I'm around because people who are unstable really shake me up. I get real nervous around them and angry and nervous. You had an orgasmic time. Well, at least you got to enjoy it. Brown door. Oh, I definitely know when someone negative is around me for sure. I can just look at someone and it's almost like I can feel if they're good or bad. It's not always though. It's not always 100%. It's hit and miss sometimes. But I don't go around a lot of people. So it's like I don't practice it. I stay home a lot unless I'm out for the summer or out camping or adventuring. And usually even then I'm around people I know or not any people. What did they look like, Brown Dwarf? Were they in bikinis? Yeah, yeah, I like it too. Area 51. Making a list, checking it twice. Oh, be careful, San and Gero is looking out for the naughty children. Yeah, Neil, I totally understand that, 100%. Yeah, so I was watching a show earlier today. I don't know if any of you were in there. It was in Anthony's channel. Uh, Gosh darn it. Do you guys know Anthony's channel? Pixie Laura was in there, and she was like describing it. The topic was in the mind of a psychic, and she was describing about how she deals with not how she deals with, but how she thinks, how things come to her, how the psychic works with her, and I started to think, well, in this situation, isn't it just common sense? I mean, because a lot of things come to me, and I always think that it's common sense. And someone in the room said, no, when you put your hand to a fire, it's common sense not to stick it all the way in or it's going to burn. And I thought, oh my God. Because like I'll be in situations and I'll have like 3 or 4 different of those situations in different ways that are coming to me that I can choose from. And I always thought that that was called common sense. So the show blew my mind, and I even typed in the chat, I need to reevaluate my life because I always, I'm not paying attention to these things. I'm just calling them other, common sense. I always thought I had a lot of common sense. Oh, I seen The Way of the Water. That was a beautiful movie. I was getting the chills through that whole movie in all those scenes when they're in the water and underneath and all the lights and things. Do you guys get chills when you watch movies? I get chills in different places though. I'm starting to realize that. I'll get them either on my arms and my back, behind my neck, or only on my legs, or only in my torso area, or on the top of my head. Does anybody have that? Downloads? I don't know. I don't know if they could be downloads or. I always thought that it was just like, my brain scrambling through a solution. Uh, like a solution. I never thought of it as being anything else. Oh, good morning, Lulu Bell. Thank you for coming in. I'm talking like this because it's midnight here and my husband's sleeping and I'm trying to be good. If you guys start making me laugh, we're in trouble. Yes, with music also. Oh my goodness, when I hear like classic music, if it's sad, I start to cry. I could feel like the sadness in it, or I get the chills all over my body. I can't go to funerals or memorials because, especially if they play that sad music, it hits me really hard. And then being around people that are sad, boy, that hits me hard too. Mike Jones. Welcome, Mike Jones. Ooh, it's raining. It's only 3 a.m. So Black Dragon was saying that this is good to help people. Like, how do you help them though? What do you do? Hug them? How would you be helping someone? Run, jump in the pool. Jump in the pool and grab a straw and just breathe underwater. Thanks, Eugene. Yeah, I would like someone to explain it simply without me having to read 50 books. And I mean, I love to read, but I don't want to go through 50 books to understand all of that. Oh, I'm a great listener, though. I have experienced many people in my life that, strangers even, just come up to me and just start telling me their whole life stories. So I think maybe is that it? That's got to be it then, huh? Something like that. Just listening to them. How do you put boundaries up, Maggie? Is it a visual thing? Like I know how to do a bubble around me. Yeah, I'm a really good listener. Oh, yeah. Around stressful people, I do the silver bubble, the mirrored bubble around me, and that helps a lot. Like nothing gets through that. I'm not exhausted after that talk or anything. I know I only have like two people in my life that have kind of chaotic lives, and I always tell them, okay, hold on, I got to put up my bubble, and they laugh, and then I'm fine. But before I learned about the bubble, oh my gosh, exhausted, drained. Thanks, Eugene. Oh, a Zen meditation. I sit and meditate. I've tried it. I I just can't seem to get the silence that I need. Living in the city, there's always something, some kind of traffic noise, helicopters. Uh, it's really hard. Susie Pebble. I mean, the only silence that I can get is if I lay in the bathtub with my head underwater. It's like, Huh. I've tried meditating every day for weeks. It's just, I can't get there. Ooh, Mike, who are you playing, Flatliners? It's not funny, I'm sorry. You were doing a ritual? I'll try it, Black Dragon. I'm not, being stubborn. Definitely not. I learned stubbornness is a block on the in the path. So I'll try it. Where's where's Raymond at? He was on the other live chat making me poke the fire. You saw Lilith? Two light bulb men on his back. Oh, the Hat Man. That guy's weird. I think I told that Hat Man experience before. I tell it on Mog's channel on WTF. Who's Lilith? Oh, near-death experience, Eugene? No, but I've been taken since I was little. Alexithymia? Oh. Eugene. You sound like a dragon. Come on over, Eugene. Lilith is a demon. I don't know. Everybody needs love, right? Did you guys catch the SOR show? What was it, 2 nights ago, when that lady was on? I think she was a psychic, where she was saying that the stars were all ships. That kind of blew my mind. Now I don't know. Look at the sky differently now. Yeah, do you remember that, Neil? I mean, she said a lot of things, but that one stuck in my mind about the stars, because I've been up on the mountain at 6,500 feet. You could see all kinds of stars and the Milky Way and everything. And if that's true, then that's a lot of ships up there. If that's true, you gotta have an open mind. So I mean, if it's real, then it is, and then And there's nothing that I can do about it, but it's kind of neat to know. It's kind of neat to have an open mind. All you need is love. I agree. I agree, girl. Where's Jane at? Did she go to bed? Yeah, when I used to live in Kingman with my parents when I was in my teenage years, I used to lay on the roof of the house, and I used to love to stargaze, and I would see a lot of things. Like there's no way a satellite can do zigzags and whirly whirls and travel in seconds and cover thousands of miles in seconds. I saw things going fast and slow and not in straight lines, and but it was amazing. I never thought, oh, that's a ship, or if that is a ship, wow, that's neat. But yeah, Eugene, when I was little, I woke up. I was probably 5, and I sat up in my bed because I just felt a presence, just something, and I knew something was. I slept in a big wooden bed, and it had those high posts in the corners with the round balls, just a big solid wood bed. And I felt something. I knew something was there, and I sat up, and I was kind of trying to peek over the foot of the bed, and this cartoon character from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs popped up in cartoon form, like a cartoon, no flesh. This was like a real cartoon in my bedroom, with the solid color and I mean, like you're watching it on TV. It was the character Happy, and he was wearing his yellow gown and the purple hat and his big old blue eyes with his little 3 eyelashes. What did I miss? Oh, you're not fat. And this being popped up at the foot of my bed and was just staring at me. And at that time, my father was showering in the room next to me. That was the bathroom. It was just a 1-bathroom house. And I could hear the water running, and so I knew my father was showering. And when I saw this being, this dwarf, one of the 7 dwarfs, what freaked me out and what made me believe that shouldn't be there is because he wasn't blinking. He just had his eyes open the whole time, and I don't know how long. It could have been seconds, but it felt like a long time that he was just staring at me with his smile. So it was a permagrin and his big old eyes, his big old blue eyes, or his he wasn't blinking. So that freaked me out, and I started to scream. And at that time, I think I shared the room with my brother, which he wouldn't have been too far away, and my father was next the next wall over, and then my sisters were in the other bedroom, and not too far, like steps, like 10 steps away, literally the other bedroom. Nobody heard me screaming, and it felt like I was screaming into a bubble. And then memory loss, so I don't know what happened after that. I don't remember nobody coming to me to console me, to see what was wrong. Nothing. I just remember screaming, nobody hearing me, and then memory loss. And then it happened again, but this time they used another character in my head, which was the Incredible Hulk. And that one I wasn't afraid of. I didn't even scream for that one. I was like in awe. I was like, wow, he's in my room, and a kid, wow, I get to see him, and because I really liked the Incredible Hulk. But and then memory loss. He was standing at the dresser with his back towards me, and all he had was those ripped jeans on, the ripped shorts. and I could see his whole body was green, and I was just in awe, just staring at him. And that was really exciting for me, but then memory loss, so I don't know what happened with that. No, seriously, that was freaky. Someone staring at you and not blinking, and then a permagrin. That's worse than the clown it, I think. You don't blink, Black Dragon. You gotta blink. Thank you, Eugene. I mean, you know how long it's been since I've told any of these stories? I just started telling, not stories, but my experiences. Stories are things that you tell. I don't know, they're different. They're experiences. But I haven't told these in such a long time, and you try to tell someone and they look at you different, and then they just don't talk to you anymore. So, okay. You've never heard what, Carol? I know when I first started getting on camera on the WTF show with Moggs and Stevie, I was blinking so much I didn't even know it till I watched the show. It was so embarrassing. I think it's because I was really nervous and you like Barney Area 51? That big old purple dragon? Shh. Shh. Oh, shh. God. You met Barney? Kids used to play that over and over. I don't know what it was about that Barney show. Black Dragon. Call you Winky? Oh. Why did they think you were weird, Maggie? Let me see. I'm scrolling up. Oh. There's nothing weird about that. You know when you speak to a psychic and they say, "Oh, your father's here," or your mother, or someone you've lost, and they say, they give you their message, and then you feel like you have to tell the psychic to tell them what you want to say, and they say, "Well, just say it out loud." That's a perfect example of that. Like, we don't need We don't need like a middleman to give our message to. Derek, how you doing, Derek? Derek, I love your poopy story. And every time you passed it, you knew that those were yours, and you just didn't. You looked the other way. Wow, it's already been an hour? Holy moly. We're one big happy family, huh, girl? Yeah, it's been an hour and 12 minutes, almost 13. Boy, that hour breezed right by. Yeah, so those were it was like my astral traveling experience. I've had like several others, but not complete, where I was fully aware while I was out of the body. Um, but I don't know. I think it had a lot to do with that screensaver that came on my computer, because it seemed like every time it would happen, just without me trying, was me laying on that couch uh, with with the screensaver on. And I've been trying to find a drum beat like that since then, and I can't. I've looked all over YouTube for a drum beat that's slow enough without any other noise. But it did actually have some more background noise. You could actually hear the Indians kind of chanting a little bit, but it was real far in the background. But you could hear the drum beat. It sounded like a heartbeat, but a slow one, just like boom, 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 like that. Oh, enjoy your tea, Lulu. That sounds nice, some nice hot tea. And if you're going back to bed, sleep well. Oh, never thought about that. Yeah. It was kind of like, like in a powwow when they do the drums and they go, kind of like that. It was like that in the background. Who else is in here? I see Rondorf, Geralt, Black Dragon, Lulu, Area 51, Mike Jones, Derek. Who's creeping? It doesn't matter. Whoever's here, thank you for coming. Um, I'm trying to think of I've had a very interesting life. You guys heard about the time I was walking through the park and met the two men that came out of nowhere. Have you guys heard that one? Detention class. Oh, you do, Black Dragon? That is amazing. You know, I've had dreams of seeing a bunch of. They felt like family, but um, like American Indians, but they weren't. They were different color. This one was a giant. He was like 7 foot tall, maybe 8. And he had blue skin, and he had the headdress and everything. Um, I've seen the rock people in my dreams, and it always made me wonder if these are real beings. I've seen like the pueblos in my dreams. That was the time that I had the dream with the rock giants. There was 2 of them, and one of them kind of looked like he had almost a crown on. It was a crown of made. Well, he was all made of rock, but the top of his head looked kind of like a crown. Not like the Burger King crown, but without the little spires or the. It was flat, and he was wearing. One of them was wearing one of those, and the other one had more of a fan behind his head, but it was in the shape of rocks. It was rocks, and they were standing there, and like I knew who they were, and they were talking to me, but I don't remember what they said. Uh, and so after that dream, I always looked at rocks differently. What are you doing, Bubby? Crazy cat. Yeah, I started to look at rocks differently, and I don't know. I've heard on some shows that they're real, and but nobody's doing any kind of research. They're saying the rock monsters, and they murder people, and so I didn't get any vibes like that. Yeah, I am definitely connected. When I go into a forest, I feel like a little kid again. I just want to touch the moss and play with the ferns and smell the trees and roll around on the ground, and that's how I feel when I'm out in nature. Isn't California close to legalizing the Cybins too? Or is it still in, what is that called? They're still testing it. It's legal here. So I went and asked a psychic about that, and he said he told me about the astral thing, and he said that I've always been able to do it with ease. I've done it for a long time, and I just figured that maybe I forgot, but because it just happens. Sometimes it just happens. I don't even have to do anything, but I don't know how to get it to where I can do it at will. I mean, you have to do the breathing exercises, but I knew someone. His name was White Elk, and he was a friend of our family since I was little, since I was 7, 10 years old. And he could do it at will anytime he wanted to. And when I got older, when we moved to Arizona, it happened he was living in the same town, and my parents ran into him, and so we kind of caught up through all the years that we hadn't seen him. And he was actually coming to the house in astral and moving things around in the house, and he would call us the next day and say, and kind of tell us, did you notice anything different? And so we started paying attention, and sure enough, things would be moved around the house. And one night he was actually in my bedroom trying to do some no-nos, and I told my mom, I don't like that, and I don't want to ever see this guy again. And she liked him so much that she just kind of didn't really pay too much attention to that. And then we would go out to visit with him and ride his horse. But he told her he wanted to marry me, and he was older though. Gosh, I was only like 17, and he was like 56 or some 60s, pretty old. So when he realized that I wasn't going to be his wife, he started to kind of be mean and do weird things. And so I told my mom, you need to do something to keep him away. So whatever she did, it worked. A mongrel. God, I'd love a cabin in the woods. In the redwoods would be awesome. That place feels like home to me. Oh no, what'd I miss? Oh, okay. Yeah, we do too. We have several in our family also. Some of them are like that here also, Area 51 in Arizona. I used to work at the Grand Canyon, and the Wallapais over there, a lot of them were afraid to leave the reservation. And I always wondered why. So I asked one day, and he said because they're not treated nice. The forest people. And it made me feel really bad. Like, how could you? Yeah, I didn't think it was like that. I mean, not now. Oh, it is. It's still like that now. That's not nice. I don't get out much. When I lived in Idaho and Boise, they weren't like that over there. Everybody loved everyone over there. It was such a neat place to live. I met so many different natives over there. They were just awesome, all of them. And anytime I was around any of them, nobody treated them any less. Oh, sorry for your loss, Black Dragon. Eugene. Thanks, Eugene. Wish I could see more of this chat. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Mike Jones. Oh, really? No, it says orientation is locked. Girl Grumpy? No, I've never seen Girl Grumpy. Shh. I'm with the 11 piece. Is it? Is it that loud? Oh, it's because I was turning the wood. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Sorry, girl. Were you wearing headphones? Oh my goodness. Me too. I love it. Ooh, especially when you put, you know what? I have one huge pine cone. Should I put it in? It's huge. That'll make it crackle. You want to hear some crackling? Let's get some crackling. Hold on. What, puppy? What? Look at this pine cone. Sorry. Oh, sorry about the noise. I'll get another one. Hey, Paramar. Thanks for coming in. I'm all whispering. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Come on, crackle. That's why I put you in. Give me some crackle. Oh, glad to have you, Paramarv. Boy, look at that. That's a big one. You're welcome, Maggie. I don't know, but I like the mystery, so whoever it is, I'm sure they'll be great. Yeah. Can you hear it crackling? Boy, this phone has a good microphone. He is leaving soon, Maggie. I think he's going to start doing his producing and things. He's well schooled in producing. He's got a lot of experience. I don't think he's like really leaving. I think he'll pop in here every now and then. Him and Dave are pretty close. I mean, they were like glue at the Vegas party. Derek, remind me not to tell you any secrets. What, puppy? Are you begging me for treats? Yes, you are. There's my cat. Oh, you can't see him. It's too dark. Go turn the light on. Go turn the light on. Go turn on the light. Go on. Go turn on the light. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eugene. Boy, that pine cone burned quick. Maggie, there is a way you can listen to two shows. When one goes to break, listen to the other one. Thank goodness for breaks. You guys want to see my art studio? Okay. Come on, puppy. There'll be a light on here. Don't walk in front of me. You silly. There's another light. There's another light. Oh. So, this is my art studio. There's my cat. Hey, puppy. So, this is the art studio. I got all my paintings, and this is where I do small paintings here. And then right here is where I do bigger ones and like a little bit of spray paint here. This project here is my aunt's. When I was in California, she gave me this to refinish. This is kind of what I do on the side. I take ceramics and restore them and bring them back to usually their original glory. So this is what this looked like before. This is these are called the forest nymphs, and they're from the what is that age? Like they're antique. Gosh darn it, I'm forgetting. But they're forest nymphs, and they kind of look like Peter Pan with the little skirt, and then their little dagger here. See the little dagger? So, what age? God, I did all the research, and I sent it to my aunt. She wanted to know some information about it, and so I have to paint them. And usually, this skin is will be like black, and the outfit will be white. And then all the edges will be in a bronze or a golden color, and that's how she wants them painted. But they were made by, gosh, I wish I didn't forget all this. A family from like something like Bulgaria. They came over to. No, Italy. I'm sorry. The designer was Italian and designed the mold. But the man who sold the product was, God, like Armenian or something like that. But they were in New York. So that's where the statues come from. But they are antiques, and they're like from the 50s. Yeah, they're lamps. I have to find some new cord wire for them, and rewire them, and get them ready to be, to mount the lampshade on. So, and then this is kind of like a painting I did a while back ago, and I was just kind of messing around with some weird stuff. And yeah, my aunt is really into the Art Deco, but these are some of my like other paintings. Here's an owl that's on a little piece of cardboard, and he looks really pissed off. He was so cute. I had to paint him, but he's so cute, isn't he cute? He just looks like he's just staring you down and just gonna like kick your butt. He's just gonna. And then that was kind of like kind of a steampunk-ish phase that I was in. And like when I need a backdrop for something, I'll just paint like a backdrop. This kind of looks like Jackson Pollock a little style. It's just a bunch of splatters. But I like those colors. I actually used this backdrop in a few things that I'd done. This painting is kind of, I don't know what you call that, like a contemporary or just kind of a bunch of shapes and colors. I like steampunk too. I love steampunk. It's just really neat. But I've done like, and eventually I'll paint something on that. And I have like picture frames that I'm gonna, this is my picture frames I'm gonna put something in. But this is my attempt to do like a landscape. This is like a cabin where I would live in the forest, and the little white picket fence, and then my little kayak, and then you have your beautiful sky. So I just kind of didn't know. I've never painted really a landscape, but I can pretty much draw anything I look at. So that's not a problem. It's just I've never done landscapes before. And that one's kind of just a bunch of squares and colors. That one's just a bunch of swirls, and this one is like that one's kind of like, I don't know, that's like a, I have names for all these. I usually name my art. Let me see, what did I call this one? This one is called the Native Heartbeat. So that one's the Native Heartbeat. And I actually started painting another one, and it kind of turned out like an owl. Look at this one. It's kind of weird. But it was kind of like steampunkish, and then the owl just popped out of it. So I just didn't know how that happened, but it just happened. And I did a painting for my cousin, but he kind of just never wanted to pay me for it, so I kept it. And I mean, it's hard to do stuff for family. They always expect everything for free, and you know, my husband said, you can't do that. And so I still have it. He's like a DJ, and he wanted something that looked like that. So that's just sitting around, and I've done some other weird things, kind of just some abstract, just like abstract stuff. And this one's really ugly. I don't know what to do with that one. But I've done some weird stuff. I really liked surrealism. Surrealism is those really weird, trippy looking things, but this one was kind of like a surreal, where the, you know, with the horse, and it's got texture here. You can buy like sand and mix it with your paint and then make the texture. So it's kind of like really, oh, I like Dolly. I love Dolly's work. And then I started doing kind of like a wine theme. This one, let me see if I can stand it up. I've done stuff like this. Just, you know, the wine glass, the grapes, and a little neat background kind of stuff. Oh, I did like kind of did something like this. This is a really sparkly one. It's just a big butterfly. And it has some really pretty sparkles. This one, I didn't know what it was going to be until, you know, it just kind of happens. Sometimes I'll just stare at a canvas and not know what to do with it. So it takes a while sometimes to paint these because I just, my mind draws blanks. I got another one that's similar, that's got squares, colors, and then, oh, this one has flowers. This one has some really big flowers. Sometimes when I paint these, like see that blue, it'll start popping off the canvas, and I have to walk away from the painting for a while because the colors start popping off. And if I don't walk away from these paintings sometimes, they start to freak me out. So sometimes I have to take my time with these. I don't know if that happens to everybody, but this one was kind of interesting. This one's just like I don't know, it kind of looks like an alien, huh? I didn't really know what it was until I finished it and then stepped away, and I thought that looks like an alien kissing, or not an alien, I mean a human or a being kissing their pet. Kind of like you're kissing the nose of your dog. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Yeah, I do. I have to, because the colors, they start playing tricks with me. So I have to walk away. I don't know if it's the way I coordinate them on top of each other, it just makes them float. The colors float. So but I've done mixed media art also. Let me see, I've done so I've done little paintings like this. These are those, you can go on YouTube and follow a tutorial and you can paint stuff like that. And then my mixed media, this is an example of my mixed media. So this is, what I was trying to do is make it look like this being is stepping off the canvas. So that's clay, and if you turn it sideways you could see that she's kind of popping out, and so that's I just kept that one. I really like it. And then here's another one that I found like a tutorial, and I just followed the tutorial on YouTube, which was kind of neat. And oh, look at, I got my magnets up. Got my magnets. So that's most of my paintings. I got more in the house on the wall. So this one is a really big one, and it was just kind of abstract, but I wasn't happy with how it came out, so it's in the corner. And then the other one that's similar to it it was supposed to be like coffee theme, but it's not finished. These are really big. I think that's pretty much all of them. Oh, I have more up there. This was also a mixed media one that I thought was cool. It's just kind of these, you can feel it, you can feel the art. I love touching art, but you're not supposed to. Yeah. We have the pool cleaner guys that come. They looked into my craft room, my art room, and he goes, who does that? He asked my husband, who does the paintings? And he said, well, that's my wife. And he brought him in here, and he was showing him my paintings, and he saw one he liked, and he sold them. I was like, babe, what are you doing? Here's another ugly one. Just kind of, I was messing around with the spatula and just kind of playing around with the colors, and so and I got a lot more canvases to paint. Oh, here's another mixed media. This one's weird, but it's kind of what's this one called? Passion and Peace, this one is called. So Passion and Peace is what I called it. And so this would be the passion, and then all of these are peace. Yeah, they're like kind of like little flowers with a interesting background. It's like the floor kind of goes, you know. Thank you. Thank you, Brondorf. So that's most of my paintings. What else did I do? Here's another one. This is like a really blue with the texture. Just kind of, just abstract stuff. Oh. I like to, if I'm in clutter, I get nervous. So I try to keep things uncluttered, so I have a space for everything. But yeah, that's pretty much my art stuff. I got this project that I'm working on. I got to finish that before next month. So this is just where I keep all my supplies, and there's all my paints, brushes and things in my desk. I think the fire might be out by now. Whoop. puppy. Oh, don't walk in front of me. You're going to trip me. So I've been digging these stones every day, doing one by one and putting them in the ground. Little walkway. Oh, the fire's still burning. Yeah, so that's when I say I'm in the shed, the she shed, that's what I mean. The she shed. I hope that works. Did Sovereign come in? Hey, Sovereign. Where you been at, Sovereign? Did you get my email? Thanks for coming in. Oh, you guys, you're welcome. Just kind of show you my art side of me. Thank you. I mean, you're welcome. Oh, you should, Maggie. It's so relaxing painting. I love it. Pick up that paintbrush and just pick a color and go with it. Eugene. Thank you, Eugene. Oh, that's a good color. Broad. Make sure it looks pretty. Hey, Brown Dwarf, did they finish that mural down the street from from where you work? Remember you showed us it was unfinished? Thank you, Eugene. You're cool too. You're super cool. What time is it? It's 2 a.m. Woo! Hot. Were you working hard, Sovereign? What, puppy? 9 in the morning? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Thanks for reminding me, Maggie. Puppy? You like the fire? You like that? Will you quit begging for treats? Would you quit begging for treats? No, it's a cat. Sovereign, where you been? Haven't seen you in a few days. Boy, I'm so glad we don't change our clocks here. Oh, okay, Sovereign. I'm not trying to be stocky or anything. Just miss ya. Sovereign, you been at the beach? No, we don't. Susie Scratch. Sovereign Scratch. Oh, my inspiration? You know, it could be from a movie. It can be from just browsing the internet. It could be looking at the sky. It could be staring at a tree. I keep getting this image that keeps coming into my mind. I have an orange tree over here in the corner, and I keep getting an image of painting a woman next to it with a cigarette in her hand. But one of those long, slender women. And I just don't know how to put that down on canvas yet. I don't know. Yeah, just from everyday life, really. Proud dwarf. Sovereign, you're a lifeguard? Do you run in slow motion? You know how they do that slow motion and their bodies all glistening in the sun with the oil on it and the hair is flowing. Yeah, the hair toss. Oh, Maggie. The Susie Squatch channel. Susie Squatch. Yeah, would you guys rather have a fire, like a fireside chat during the week or on the weekend, or? Yeah, it is clear here. It's, you can't see it. The camera will see. There's a, oh, that's the moon. But yeah, it's very clear here. It's cool. It's not breezy. Oh, those blinking lights. Those are for the airplanes. It they're for the airplanes. It's like three big posts with red lights on them, and they blink for the. I believe it's for air traffic. Oh, what's different about the chat? It's it just looks smooshed on my phone. I can only see 3 or 4 people chatting at a time. It's smooshed. No, you gotta go to Brown Dwarf's channel for that. He shows you aliens. You can hear the traffic, the early morning people going to work or coming home from work. Brown Dwarf. Yeah, the I-17, exactly. I'm like, so I'm off of the, I'm really close to the I-17. Flatulent painting. Camelback Road, whoa. That's not too far from here. You know, I did see a funny star one night. It was close too, and it was white. It looked like a shooting star, but it was really close. Like it was bright, and it just shot. It just shot across and then just disappeared. But it was so close, and it was white, pure white and bright. I wish I would have got it on camera. That's when I would. That was around the time when I discovered the Midwest Night Watchers channel, and learned that Gerald was into stargazing, and I had mentioned it, and he said, "Did you get it on camera?" And I said, "No, gosh, I wish I would have." Okay, Maggie, I'm gonna probably close it up here soon too. It's 2 hours already. Sleep well, Maggie. Oh wait, no, you're not going to bed. You're starting your day. Have a good day, Maggie, and have a great weekend. Thank you, Maggie. I will. You like my cackle laugh? I'm trying to be silent. Cackle like. Does it sound like a hyena? Oh, thank you, Eugene. Eugene, you're so nice. Sovereign, when you get a chance, check your email. Somebody in the SOR chat Facebook group wanted to send you a photo of something. So I copy and pasted it and emailed it to you. And I won't bug you anymore about it. Uh-oh, Derek's going on a rampage. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't like bugging people. I feel like, I just don't like to bug. Snooty. You were there, weren't you? Area 51, you know what I'm talking about. There's the fire. No. In the chat room, the Facebook chat room. Oh, okay. You like Friday nights? Okay. Okay, Lulu. Should we sing Lulu to sleep? You're welcome, Lulu. Sleep well. Farm hard. On Twitter? Oh, Oh yeah, it is playing on Twitter. It's playing on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Oh, let me just stir the fire at least. Okay, it's gonna be a little noisy. Okay. Ooh, look at the embers. Let's see if I can get this locked. Burn on the other side. I watch your posts, Derek. Thank you, Eugene. Derek thinks everybody's MIB. RuPaul. Oh yeah, the digs is tomorrow. That's a neat show. All right, Jessica Squatch. Woohoo! Shoot, any later we stay up and we're going to see the sunrise. No, that's not for another 3 hours. I think it rises around 6 a.m. here. Oh, there's a helicopter like clockwork. 2 and 3 in the morning. One night I was out here. Actually, I wasn't outside. I was inside. And I heard like voices on a loudspeaker. Like, what the heck is going on? I came outside and you can hear they're police helicopters. And they were saying, get down on the floor, put your hands up. Put your hands up, get down on the floor. What were they saying with the spotlight? And I was like, where did I move? Oh, thank you, Eugene. Pretty soon I plan to do like some painting, live paintings, and just kind of talking. And I'm just nervous because having, you know, being watched while I paint, I think I'd get nervous because when I when I would paint here, and if my husband came around, I got nervous and he would stand there and watch, and I was like, how long are you gonna stand there? But I gotta break that barrier. Um, I'm gonna try. Are you on your lunch break, Sovereign? Oh, hey, that's cool. I like that. Oh, okay. See if I can turn this around. Okay, it's gonna get noisy. Shh. Come here. Oh, there we go. Everything you put together is awesome, Sovereign. My pleasure. Is that the one that said that the stars were all spaceships? Well, not all of them. That's not exactly what she said. And the sun was a bunch of light bulbs. Aw, thank you, Eugene. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? You think that's possible? That the sun is full of light bulbs? I mean, where did sun gazing come from? And where did worshiping the sun god? I mean, I don't know. Makes you really think. They say not to look at it. It's not easy to look at the sun. But she was fluent in her explanations. She was very fluent and straight to the point and very sharp. That's what I noticed. Well, I understand the paranoid part. If you knew that much about what may be truly happening, I think a lot of people would be paranoid. That's why some people say it's not good to know everything. I think it can drive people mad. Excuse me. Yeah, she did. My head was spinning. I'll admit that. No. I agree with you, Paramarv. I know. I'm surprised it didn't get shut off, or how they say that there's the YouTube gremlins or whatever, all the information. It could have easily been, the signal could have been cut. We did lose her for a few, didn't we? Yeah, right early, right off. I don't know, I just try not to think about all that stuff. I'm just happy with my life and with the people I know, and everything seems to be fairly normal. What do you mean, good guy, but? In all my research, I did a lot of digging, and I almost lost my mind. And then I realized that I really liked hearing people say have an open mind and don't let it drive you crazy. Don't judge, and just listen. And everything was easier after that. Even though someone may sound cuckoo, I sound cuckoo sometimes telling my experiences, but if you don't approach it in judgment, then you don't have to worry about it taking space in your mind. You have the plague? They're calling it the plague. It's the flu. It's flu season. Flu season plague. The Draco plague. Right, Eugene? You can't worry about nothing. Why worry? If you don't have any control over it, why let it rent a space in your head? Yep, and I'm sticking to it. That's correct, Paramarg. That's right, Eugene. What will be, will be. Area 51, if you believe that'll work, then it'll work. Well, you can't use a Hulk mask and call it Frankenstein, Derek. Well, I guess you can. You can do whatever you want. But that was the Hulk. I know the Hulk. You do whatever you want, Derek. And if you hear flatulence knocking at your door, you know it's a friendly. Poor puppy. What? It's not time to eat yet. Not time to eat yet. That's right. Yeah, at least make it a, what do they call a screwdriver? Just wave your hand over the glass and say, "This is going to heal me." Mango. Does that have vitamin C in it? Just pretend it does. Puppy, no. What, puppy? What? What? Oh. How come you don't want affection all day long until you want food or a snack? I call him Bubby. His name's Tiger, but I call him Bubby. Little Bubby. My little Bubby. He comes to both. Let's turn the fire. Let's turn the look. Oh. Seriously. Come on. Oh, okay, Paramarv. You sleep well, Paramarv. And have fun at the hockey game. Is that how you say fire? Pungo? That's someone new. Welcome to the chat room, Abu. You're welcome, Paramar. It's my pleasure. You talking about pets, Eugene? It was bigger earlier, Abu. It's we're getting ready to close up the show. I'm letting the fire die down now. Yeah, 3 o'clock is my cutoff time. Yeah, if I throw another log on, I can feel my husband coming out and saying, "You're still up?" We gotta start earlier for a big fire. Good night, Derek. Sleep well. Thank you for coming. Yeah, anytime. If you guys want to go to bed, if you're all gonna go to bed, just let me know. I'll close up. Thank you, Eugene. I know it's little. Yes. Oh. Oh, thank you. Does this zoom? Oh, it does. Give you a close-up. There's your fire. Like it's right in your face. I'm so amazed at how you men in chat have so much to talk about. I don't know where it all comes from. Oh, you don't want it in your face? Is it burning your cheeks? Gosh, I don't know. I had never gone to a restaurant past the hours of closing. There's got to be plenty open now. There's cars. You can hear cars driving by. Like the main street isn't um, it's a block over. So there's a block. I think 2 blocks over is the main street. What do you want? I'll cook you something. What do you want? An omelet? You want some hash browns? Um, what do you like? Potatoes with tomato? Uh, pancakes? I was I stayed the night over at some friends because I was fixing a mural that someone messed up on their wall, and they kept saying, "Well, if in the morning we'll go out to breakfast." And so morning came around, and we all got up, and they were wanting omelets, and I said, "Well, what do you got in your fridge?" And I looked through their fridge. They had a bunch of eggs, they had cheese, they had onions, they had bell peppers, tomato, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you have everything in here for an omelet." And they're like, "Really?" I said, "Just sit down." And they actually sat there and watched me. I whipped up some omelets and they were like amazed. And I was just shocked. uh, so that was funny. I didn't, never, I grew up cooking, so I can whip up anything. You just look in your fridge and I'll, I'll create something. Yeah, omelets. You put whatever you got, any kind of meat. The sausage is better. Sausage, breakfast sausage, onions, tomatoes. You can do green peppers, even jalapenos if you like that. Um, cheese, and you cook. I like to cook everything on the side. All the stuff that's going inside on the side, and then when the egg is nice and flat and cooked, you just throw everything in the middle with your cheese, fold it, and then kind of brown it on each side. Amazing. And then add some salsa on top of that, a little cilantro. Or you can get all fancy and do a like an enchilada sauce kind of, and drizzle that on top. Or you can do a green sauce with tomatillo. Um, oh, I know how to make all those sauces from scratch. The tomatillo, I can do my own enchilada sauce from scratch. Eugene. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. Tamales with eggs. Oh, and some fresh refried beans, fresh homemade tortillas. I can make those too. My hubby, he doesn't like Mexican food, so I don't cook that very often. Maybe once every 4 months. Yes. Now everybody's gonna get hungry now. Oh, and bacon. Yes, bacon in the omelet. Lest we forget bacon. Fresh corn tortillas, fresh made. Those have the best flavor. Oh my goodness. Excited. Hey, excited. Welcome. Bacon and fried egg. Yeah, that's all that stuff's easy to make. You know what I like? What I really like is eggs Benedict. And chilaquilas. I'm sure you know what that is. Area 51 and what is that called? Huevos rancheros and oh, all the sauces. Yes. And don't forget chorizo too. Oh my goodness. And a burrito with cheese, some hash browns, maybe Spanish rice, some refried beans. Oh, I could make some killer Spanish rice. Mm-hmm. I know how to make menudo and pozole. Um, what else is there? Chicken and mole. I actually started putting chocolate in mine, and it's really good. You know, if you add a dash of cinnamon to your enchilada sauce, boy, that like just a not a dash, a pinch. Boy, that flavor is amazing. Yes. I like to season my ground beef with cumin, a lot of it, with the cumino. It gives it that nice flavor. That goes in Spanish rice too, and in the do I put it in the enchilada sauce? Can't remember. Oh yeah, I think that's like the biggest hardest thing is that to make the tamales, getting the sauce right and making it to where they're not dry and not putting too much masa in there or enough meat. There was a lady here not too long ago. I went down to the corner grocery store And she, right out of the trunk of her car, she was selling some tamales, but they were corn. And I was like, corn? She's like, that's all that's in there? She said, yeah, they're good. They're really good. And I said, okay, I'll take a, whatever, a half a dozen or what she was selling. And they weren't bad. Just tasted kind of like canned corn in there. They were a little sweet, but they were good. She goes, put some cream on it. And I did. And boy, it tasted real good. But I've never had just corn tamales. Oh, chile rellenos, yeah. Oh, that's a big breakfast. It sounds like a wonderful breakfast. Sovereign. Oh, I don't do the sweet tamales, no. But I'll try it, but I like my food savory and not sweet. They have the masa prepared here, and they have the strawberry. They have the pineapple. Um, I don't do I like my food. I don't like my food sweet. But I would try it though. I consider sweet food as dessert. I'm scared but hungry. We have 5 souls in here. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. And that's making the masa from scratch too. It's just starting with the powder and adding the lard and uh, all the other stuff to it. Lard and your sauce and your salt. Some my mom made some tamales one year, and she put sage in the meat, and that tasted pretty good. Mike, Mike, you wake up now, Mike. Do you sleep good, Mike? Yes. Woohoo! Mike's been helping me out a lot. Mike. It's already 3 o'clock. Oh, we've gone over. We've been up for 3 hours, Mike. Whew. I had a nice fire. It wasn't always like this. But some guy popped in and he said, "Is that a fire?" Yeah, that's 3 hours. Holy moly! We started talking about food. See, and I lost track. You guys tricked me. My parents were raised speaking Spanish, so that's what I heard growing up is when they talked. That's how you learned. So, but we're Spanish and Aztec. But I mean, we grew up in the city in California. Everybody spoke Spanish there, Mexican or. It's a fire crutch. See, where were you a while ago when he popped in and he's all bashing on my fire? Why couldn't I be swift to think of that? It's my crotch fire. Denny's was the place to go after bar hopping. That was like, that was the place to go. Ginger elemental. That sure is gingery. Those darn gingers. Yeah, it was the last resort. That was the only place open. Or there was like a Perkins. Who else was open? This was in Idaho though. Around here, I don't know. I don't go out in the streets at night over here. You do have a ginger beard. Derek, I thought you left. Thought you went night-night. Derek has a mean old ginger beard. Derek's trying to get the codes, huh? Trying to get the goods. Derek, you sneaky. What codes? I don't know, I just made it up. No, Derek. Hydrogen peroxide lightens the hair. Your hair is deep red like those ambers right there. Like that ginger crotch. That's bad. See, I learned a new word, now I'm going to use it. That beard looked fiery orange to me in that Franken mask. Is there a ginger Italian mixture? Jimmy John's, never tried them. What's so disturbing about it? Were you thinking about all that Mexican food we were just talking about, Eugene? No, I've never been to a Jimmy John's. We have all kinds of stuff here, but I don't go anywhere. What were you laughing at, Area 51? Was it the ginger jokes? I don't even know what podcast you guys are talking about. Maybe it's better that I don't. Oh, the wall art. Aw. Oh. You know how many channels I watch? I watch probably a good 5, and that's like my limit. It's like having that circle of friends. You know, you get too big, and people get too rowdy. You know, I like to go and at least do likes on other channels. At least give them a like, and but if it's something scary, I don't really watch that stuff. Or if it's fear mongering, I don't watch that. Oh, I like the Three Beards. They're awesome. I like watching anything that El Santoriga is in. That's he has amazing experiences also. And Sir Brian Bowden, that guy's funny. The Three Beards podcast, that's funny. They always say funny things. Eugene's still thinking of breakfast. Oh, Eugene. Yeah. And like I said, I don't do fear mongering. I don't do horror or, you know, just it's not what I'm into. The other word for horror? Creepypasta hogwash, yeah. Is that what horror is? Creepypasta? Why they gotta bring food into it? I like hogwash and rubbish. I used to do janitorial work, and I would walk into like a business building or something, and I would ask them, "Would you like me to take your rubbish?" And they look at me like, "Where'd you come from?" One guy even asked me, "What's your education background?" I was like, "Really? From just calling the trash rubbish?" Thank you, Eugene. Poor Eugene, he's thinking about breakfast. Let's go. Yes, I'm ready. I am ready. We are 3 hours in, 15 minutes. It's been a wonderful evening and now a great morning, but I am going to sleep through it and wake up at noon. Thank you all for coming. I really enjoyed your company. This was really nice. Aww. Go get something to eat, Eugene. Oh, okay. Yes. No worries. Thank you all. Have a good night. Have a good day. Good morning. Wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Love you all. My pleasure, Area 51. Thanks for being here. You too, Derek, that went to bed half hour ago. Good night, everyone.